Hi, it's me again. This is my third journal entry. I had the goal of doing it every day, but of course things come up. So my original third journal entry video was done Wednesday, and I had a complete emotional release, which the from the zero balancing, and the zero balancing practitioner told me that that was most likely going to happen. And for some reason, I don't know why I didn't listen. So instead of posting my enlightened moment that were filled with tears, I decided not to post it. So it was really good. I feel like I'm moving forward and getting more of my work done. Today I had a pretty good day, decent energy. I got up, took my son to the DMV, met my husband there, um, made us shakes this morning, which were delicious. My blend tech got here yesterday. My son, I put him in the 16-ounce jars, glass jars like the canning jars, because I feel like I don't want my food tainted with plastic. So I try to keep it in that till the very last minute, because Emmett has a little plastic container that doesn't spill everywhere because he can't drink out of a jar. And so my smoothies are in these 16-ounce jars, and I try to drink them within 24 hours. Well, Emmett can drink 4 of those at a sitting. He was sneaking into the fridge and trying to get them. It was hilarious, and he had a pretty decent bowel movement. Just in making the smoothies the last 2 days, my energy has completely grown. Like, I'm up and I feel better, and my mind is starting to feel clearer, which is always great because people with fibromyalgia have fibro fog, which means we can be forgetful. So I just thought that was so awesome, and I love the blend tech. It is expensive, however, it is worth the purchase because I've already made yogurt, and I plan on making a beet cake tomorrow, a chocolate beet cake. And it's amazing how many things you can use your blend tech for. I bet I could use it all day long for like 3 different meals. Literally. And it's amazing how well it works. So, after the DMV, I took our smoothies with us so we could drink them there, and then we went to the hair salon. I felt good enough. I haven't had my hair done since February. And so I took in a picture of Christina Perri, which, if you guys don't know her, she sings the song Broken Jar of Hearts or something like that, Jar of Hearts. And I just absolutely love her hair. And I also have a ritual. Every summer, I usually put purple in my hair for the last 3 years. Well, this summer, I put green. So I have green streaks all throughout my hair and my bangs. The my camera on my computer isn't really good, so you can't see the green as much, but it's really there and you can see it in person. So I really liked it. When they asked me what color I wanted, I almost said purple, but because I said I was working on my chakras on my previous post, I thought about it if I've been stuck using the same color. And the reason I used that color was to bring out my crown chakra more, because purple represents the crown chakra. And when I was discussing the colors, I was like, maybe blue for my throat chakra. And then when I saw the green, I was like, well, that's really where I should be working. Green is the heart chakra, which is where the spiritual chakras meet the carnal chakras. And so it's a meeting of the spiritual with the physical. And I thought that would be really good for me to work on, because I love color therapy for chakras. I think it's really awesome. I've started wearing really bright colors. I have these neon yellow canvas shoes that my family absolutely thinks are hideous. But they make me smile, and I notice they make other people smile. When I went to the fibromyalgia support meeting, people were like, wow, those are really cool shoes. And they're like, do you wear it to keep your spirits up? And I was like, yeah, I do. Because they really do make me feel happier. I've been eliminating the black in my wardrobe. I've saved some things. However, I'm trying to go for more color. So I've brightened up my makeup more to not just stay with the neutrals. I went with green today. And then I bought blue pants, really bright blue pants, so, and some bright undershirts. It's amazing if you have an intention for everything in your life, how it can shape your world. You wouldn't think dressing different or doing your hair different or makeup would really change things. However, when you set an intention for what you're doing, other people can feel it, and it becomes more of a benefit to your own self. So many of us just throw on what fits instead of really loving what we wear, or we throw on things to camouflage our flaws. So my challenge to other people is to find something bright, and you will feel good wearing bright colors. And I've had this homework assignment for many of my clients. They still call me. I live in Silver City now. The majority of my clients live in Phoenix and Chandler and Scottsdale, and they're all over in the Phoenix metropolitan area, and they still ask me what's the best colors to wear. And it really works. Sometime I will get testimonials from them and put them up here. Another thing I've been doing besides my smoothies, which have really helped not just with clarity of mind, but move my bowels. And it's not like a diarrhea process, no. The second thing besides smoothies, salon paws. I have to find the camera. It's pads that will it's kind of like icy hot pads, but it's much more gentle, and it has camphor in it and menthol, and I like it so much better than icy hot. I find it really effective, and it's for stiff neck, sore shoulder, backache, joint, arthritis, strains, bruises, sprains, which I have arthritis in my knees and my shoulder and bursitis in my shoulder. So those nights that are rough, I really like that. So I'm so sorry for saying it's, you think about it after you say it. I took public speaking, so my public speaking teacher would shake a rattle every time we said so I almost stopped thinking I should be hearing a rattle. So forgive me, I'm brushing up on my public speaking skills. Next thing on my list to share with you guys is the Tao of Pooh. It teaches you the Tao, which is kind of a way of thought. It's a spiritual way of living. I'm part way through the book. I find it amazing. Yes, it is. It relates things metaphorically through talking about Pooh Bear. And it's a Chinese, I don't want to call it religion, because it really is a way of life. It doesn't matter who you are. I'm LDS, and I like living some of the Tao proverbs or words of wisdom, really. And it is such a wonderful book, and it's changing my mom's life. I gave it to her for Mother's Day, and every day we talk about the different things that are happening in our lives and how the book has helped. So I definitely recommend that. And then there's a second book called, it looks like it says Tay, but it's pronounced Day, of Piglet. If I can get that up there, by Benjamin Hoff. They're both by Benjamin Hoff. So one of the things that it talks about is the uncarved block, which is Pooh represents the uncarved block. It's simplicity. There is no selfish desires, really. They're just what you see is what it is, and there's such great potential. And it talks about how so often we get in the way of our own selves, and I really believe that. In my family, Emmett is the most affectionate child. He's 2. And on Mother's Day, he went down the church row of our pew and complimented each family member, especially the women. And it's not generic. For my sister Seneca, he said, "Oh, your ear's pretty, ear's pretty." Yes, he doesn't speak very well, but you get the point. And he went down and told each person what was beautiful about them. And you know he genuinely means it, and he's so happy-go-lucky that it makes you want to aspire to be more like that. I aspire to be more like Emmett. He's so Christ-like and kind. And he does get short-tempered, but he is quick to forgive and forget. And he really does forget, except for a few things, like when Mom misbuttons his shirt, and he has to go and tell everyone that I'm no longer allowed to button his shirt. So, for the most part, the important things, I can deal with the shirt thing. However, the important things, he really goes out of his way to make each person feel loved and happy. So, I suggest everyone find somebody that is an uncarved block in their life. Watch how they are. And if you want to know more about uncarved blocks, I suggest get the Tao of Pooh. Awesome book. And just watch how they are, and you will learn to be more like them. I'm still working on my homework from my zero balancing, which was to make a mental note of how many times I'm judgmental. And so far, I am far more judgmental of myself than others. And I found that I am quick to criticize myself out loud to others. So, for example, if somebody comes over, I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I know my house is a mess. You must just want to run out the door." I don't know. Dumb jokes that, don't need to be said. I don't need to put myself down to other people. And that is something I'm continuing to work on, because my children are uncarved blocks now, but they will learn from my behavior, and I don't want them to shape their life to where they're always critical of themselves. So I hope everyone will have a good night, and I look forward to posting more, and I hope everybody's getting something out of this. So, namaste.